Hey everybody, how's it going? Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. So today we're doing a session with the SGs. So I call them the SGs, so Spirit Guides. And if you're new to the channel, I happen to have a relationship with my Spirit Guides. And I know if that sounds interesting or funny to you, then you might want to check out, or new basically, you might want to check out the playlist on my channel that's called Start Here. It'll give you a lot of basics so you kind of understand what's going on here, okay? And if you haven't subscribed, that would be amazing. It really helps the channel. So if this is the content you like, it would really help us out if you would subscribe, like, and share would be amazing. And set your notifications on so that when I come on, then you'll get notified. So, all right. So today we are answering your questions. I did a part 1 where it was actually kind of fun, and the comments are amazing, you guys. It sounds like people really felt connected to that reading. And so it's a 3-card draw, basically, that I use an oracle card deck. And everybody picked the card that they felt was the right one for them. And it was a message from Ascended Master Jesus. And so I asked the SGs, and they confirmed that Jesus was in the room. And that's possible. You can call, as you know, if you believe in prayer, any of us can call on Jesus, okay? I just happen to have a way to show that they are communicating with us, okay? And anyway, so that 3-card draw is part 1, and I will list it right in the description and in the first comment below. And so I'd go and check that out too. It's a really, really good one. And read what everybody's saying. It's very fun. Okay, and so now in that video, part 1, I asked you if you had questions, questions for Jesus. And so I am actually I'll call him in and he can answer his own questions, and we'll call him he because that's what we're used to, as humans at least. So I will ask him to answer the questions for you, okay? Rather than have my SGs or my spirit guides ask. So, okay, I'm just going to move back a little bit so you can see. And you're going to notice there is a yes and a no right here on the screen. That is I just put that there to make it easier for you to follow along. But if you're just moving about the house and cleaning up after the holidays, then, or whatever, or unpacking your groceries, or driving home, I'll say yes and no, so you don't have to be watching. Okay, again, we have, let's see, how many questions do we have? We have 20 questions that we're going to ask Jesus, okay? Kind of cool, huh? And if you have additional questions, we can do part 3. So this channel is for you guys. This channel is about you, and it's just really fun to facilitate the things that you want to know about, okay? I do a coffee with Karen. In fact, I do have a little coffee right here. It's not in a mug. This makes the coffee stay warmer, these things, but I have a coffee with Karen that I do every morning. I just missed the last 2 mornings. I miss it. But I've done it like 30 days in a row or something. So join me there for just chit chat about life stuff and spirituality. So, all right. So I have a little prayer. I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides and guardians, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect this channel so it's only of the light. Amen. Hey, you guys. Let me just make sure this microphone is set up properly. Okay. All right. Hi, you guys. I haven't really talked to them today. It's first time. That's their hello. And just to confirm, can you guys please give me a no? Okay, so that's their no. Okay. And for anybody who's new, just really quick, this little cylinder that kind of just circles around, it's not attached to this part. Okay. And so you might see I really try hard to keep my hand still. Sometimes I go like this because I can feel like at the end they might be a little stuck and their energy is like having a hard time moving these. So that's why I do that. Okay, let's start. So question number 1. Was Mary really Jesus's birth mother Okay, that's okay. So there's two questions in one. So was Mary really Jesus's birth mother? Yes. So let me just clarify. So Jesus's mother in the lifetime when he was Jesus, his mother's name was Mary. Yes. Is it Mother Mary, the Mary that we have come to know in the Bible? Okay, yes. I just wanted to make sure. So do you see how both, it looks like both your yes and no's are going? Can you guys be a little bit more clear so people don't get confused by that? Okay. It looks more dramatic on your end. For some reason, just because of the angle, I can hardly tell they're even saying no. And I can feel the energy too, so. Okay, so you guys are saying, oh, actually, sorry. I wasn't really clear about who we were chatting with. So can you guys please, is Jesus here? No? Okay, sorry. Oops. So you got to ask these things. Okay. Would it be okay if we call upon Jesus's higher self, please, to answer these questions? Okay. Would Jesus be the most appropriate? Can you guys look at the questions we have? And is Jesus I would assume Jesus is the most appropriate to answer these? Okay. And that's fine for you? That's fine with you? Okay. Can you please ask Jesus to come in? All right. Is Jesus here now? Amazing. We'll do a hug at the end, you guys. How can you not want to get a hug from Jesus, right? Now, Jesus is an ascended master. So, and Jesus, let me just clarify, you are an ascended master, correct? Okay, so the answer is yes. Okay. All right, now that we got that cleared up, meaning I said I was going to call him in, and now I'm glad I didn't get halfway through the questions and then I forgot. You guys would have been like, wait a minute. Do over. Okay, so Jesus, was Mother Mary, the Mother Mary that we know of in the Bible, was she your birth mother? Yes. Okay. Was she clairvoyant? No. And clairvoyant, I'm not even sure. I'd have to look it up. You guys can look it up. There's all the C's in terms of clairvoyant, clairaudient. Clairvoyant, I think, is seeing, right? I don't know really. I haven't really studied the difference. So clairaudient, I think, is hearing. But okay. So Jesus, question number two. Was Joseph, as we know Joseph in the Bible, was he your birth? Oh yeah, he's like, look at that. Yeah, okay. He was answering that right before. I could probably just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and he would just answer, yes, okay, all right. Are you busy? No. I was like, am I feeling a little rushed here by Jesus? I don't know. I'm just teasing. He knows, I'm teasing, right? Yes. Jesus, do you have a sense of humor? Yeah, yes. So is it possible to have a sense of humor in spirit form? Is that a thing? Okay. All right, that's cool. Do spirits get mad? Like there's no negative energy in spirit form, or is there? So first you said no, and then is there negative energy in spirit form? No. Okay. So a sense of humor would be a positive energy, like of the light. Yes. Okay. All right. So let's see. So Joseph, was your father clairvoyant? Oh, yes. I'm wondering whoever asked that if you expected that to be the answer. So your mother was not clairvoyant, but your father was, correct? Oh, interesting. Okay, we see you, Joseph. Okay. Number 3, were any of your disciples women? Yeah. Of course, yeah. Okay, that's cool. And I don't know the Bible well enough. I don't think any of them are listed as women, are they? I used to, but I don't think so. I've never seen a woman I saw the actual painting of the Last Supper in Italy, which is amazing if you can go see it. I don't remember seeing any women on that. Okay. So, were like the majority of your disciples women or female? No. Were they a minority? Yes. Okay. All right. Number 4, did you, Jesus, travel to India during your lifetime? Oh, yes. Did you travel to the UK during your lifetime? No. Interesting. Number 5, did the Celtic religion influence you? I'm just making sure. It seemed like there was a little bit of, no. I'm going to just ask one more time. So, Jesus, did the Celtic religion influence you? Okay. So there's a clear no there. All right, number 6. Were you in line for throne as king of the Jews? No. So were you in line for the throne, basically? No. Were you born Jewish? Yeah, which is, yes. So that's the part that is very interesting to me. In terms of the Catholics and the Jews, especially the Catholics not liking or having an issue. I'm not saying Catholics in general don't like Jews, but like there's just been such a conflict for so long. I never really understood that in terms of like Jesus being Jewish. I mean, I learned that a long time ago. Okay. Let's see. This will probably bring up a lot more questions. So again, you guys, part 3. If we can do part 3, it'd be fine. Number 7. Did Jesus really say, "I am the light"? No, I guess I should. Yeah. Did you really say, "I am the light"? He's like a major swing no on that. Okay. And, unfortunately, I don't know enough about these things to be able to clarify. Sometimes I know I can clarify some stuff out of interest that I have, but if I don't know enough about something, I can't really press on it. He's like, yes. All right. Number 8, were the Ten Commandments made up by humans? Oh, so he's saying no. Okay. So did the Ten Commandments, were the Ten Commandments channeled from okay. So the Ten Commandments at that time, was that kind of recommended for like the safety of humans, that type of thing, or to help humans get along? Okay. Yes. So the interesting thing about that, and I can keep my sticks up here just to see if because when I talk, they'll answer. But what's interesting about that is if you think about it, 2024 years ago, right? 2024, so that would be, 2024 years ago. So in theory, he was just born yesterday. If you're watching this the day after the 25th. Okay, so it's the 26th of December. So, life was different, right? Different values, different morals, different evolution. Like humans, let me just put it this way. Spirits were evolving at that time, just as we've evolved. So spirits coming down to have a human experience, correct? But we were younger then, correct? We were younger spirits in terms of having human experiences. Is that correct? Okay. So yes and yes. So today, 2024 years later, from your time that you were born, well, let me just ask that. Were you born 2024 years ago? Okay. So I hope I'm understanding that correctly. The comments will blow up if I'm not. I'm really probably not the best person to ask questions, but so yes, or maybe I am because I don't know things. Okay, so spirits that come down to have a human experience today, 2024 years later, are more evolved. Am I correct in thinking they are more evolved today than they were 2024 years ago? Yes. So then, whenever the Ten Commandments were channeled, that type of behavior that type of guidance was necessary? Yes. Would you consider that still necessary today? No. So do you think the Ten Commandments are outdated? Yes. Okay. So what do you think about humans having, don't you wish you could just ask like open-ended? I'm really kind of working on that, you guys. I decided because I have Sarah Langdon's book, she's on YouTube, How to Be a Channel or How to Channel. So I'm just going to start meditating, basically. It's really what you need to do to get in touch. So I actually asked them if I would be able to be clairvoyant, or I think clairvoyant is where you see things, a clairaudient. So they said, is that going to be something I'll be able to do? Yes, which would be great because then I could use this and then also get more clarification. It'd be nice to have a conversation with you, Jesus. Would you do that with us? Yes. Sweet. Okay, yeah. So are there different, let's just say, would there be a different 10 commandments that would be recommended today? Would it be more like 100 commandments? Oh, so the answer was no. Would it be more like 100 commandments? Right? Yes. Okay. All right. So we need a few more because there's a lot, because it's more complicated now, would you say? Yes. Okay. All right. So there's a story for this next question. So mentioned in the Dead Sea Scrolls, Essenes, thank you, Marcia, for spelling that out for me. She put an S, an N, and knees, spelled out knees for me. Essenes were a mystical Jewish sect that was very short-lived. So from 200 BCD, so before Christ's death, okay, and 100 CE. What is CE? I don't know. That's okay. You don't need to put it in the chat. I'll have to look it up. If you're not sure, look it up. So they believed in a soon-to-come ending of the world with water-based rituals along the lines of baptism and ritual bathing and anti-slavery. Okay, so they believed in a soon-to-come ending of the world. Oh. So with that in mind, let me just read that again. Mentioned in the Dead Sea Scrolls, Essenes were a mystical Jewish sect that was very short-lived. They believed in a soon-to-come ending of the world with water-based rituals along the lines of baptism and ritual bathing and it doesn't quite make sense. They believed in a soon-to-come ending of the world with those rituals. It doesn't quite make sense to me, but Jesus, do you know what that person, can you please tap into what that person's meant to, or maybe I'm just misinterpreting? Okay, so when I ask the next questions, you're going to be able to answer them correctly? Okay, so the answer is yes. Okay, so the question is number 9. Was Jesus involved with the Essenes? So were you involved with the Essenes? No. And I'll just ask the if yes question. So were you the leader of the Essenes? No. Okay. All right, number 10. Is Mary Magdalene sitting next to Jesus in famous Last Supper painting? Oh, okay. So Jesus, can you look at the Last Supper painting, please? The one, the original one? Is that Mary Magdalene sitting next to you? Hang on a sec. I kind of bumped. I want to make sure we get the answer right to that one. Okay, so is that Mary Magdalene that's sitting next to you in the famous Last Supper painting? Yes. Cool. Number 11, did you survive the crucifixion? No. Were you crucified on a cross? Yes. Okay, I'm going to ask this question because I heard another channeler. I got to move my questions up here. And this is not to prove that channel wrong. I mean, this person was channeling another spirit. So Jesus, I heard somebody channeling and was talking about the different dimensions, like how many dimensions there are, like timelines, dimensions, sort of thing. He had mentioned that because there's so many humans that believe or like worship you on a cross and believe you're like that you died on, well, you did die on the cross, correct? Yes, but because there's just symbols of, and there's just, in fact, where we slept last night, there was one in the bedroom. And so because there are symbols of you on a cross, is there some timeline where you are just on a cross suffering? Oh, so that is true. Okay, well that sucks. The answer is yes. Okay. As the higher self of that entity that's on that cross, is that the right way to say that? Yes. Do you feel the suffering from that, from what that? Yes. And is that only happening because humans worship that? Yikes. Yes. For entertainment purposes only. I don't want to make anybody feel bad. Again, you just use discernment. If something doesn't feel right to you, then your higher self is saying it's not the right thing for you, and that's okay. That doesn't mean something else here won't be, but you have to just use your discernment. That's what I do. Okay. And that's what the whole channel is about, is you looking for your own answers. Okay. All right. So let me just ask you this after I have a little cheers, everybody. Okay. So if humans over time would stop worshiping you on a cross, would that change the experience for you? Yes. Yikes. All right, guys. Well, if that feels right to you, like if you're like, you know what, that makes sense. And you have one of those, you might want to, donate it at this time. Or would you rather us, I suppose if you donate it, it ends up in somebody else's house. He's like, yes. Okay. So again, take this for a grain of salt. I would love people to comment about this because I'm only reiterating what I heard. It didn't like, and it just made me go, whoa. So is it your hope someday, Jesus, over, the eons? Because I think it would take a while. Is it your hope someday that you will stop being worshipped on the cross? Wow. Yes. Okay. Did you know that was going to happen when you were crucified? And you came, well, no. Okay. So did you know that was going to happen, like your soul contract type of thing? Did you know that you were going to be worshipped on a cross? No. So that was an unintended consequence? Wow. Yes. Huh. Interesting. Okay. I don't even know where to go with that. I'm kind of feeling a little bad about it. I don't know. He's like, yes. Yes, yes, you should feel bad. Yes. Look at it, he's like really waving that. Stop it. Stop it, Jesus. Oh my gosh. Oh, somebody's going to think this is blasphemy. Oh, he's like, yes, somebody will. You know how we get. You know how we get. I'll lose a lot of security. No, I'll get a bunch more. They'll be like, yes. Okay. Let's see. Number, I'm kind of thrown off by that. All right, what number are we on? Did Jesus survive the crucifixion? Okay, so number 12. So Jesus, should we be worshiping you? No. Okay. If no, did you come to teach people that you can find God within yourself? Yes. So that was really kind of your life mission, your soul contract was to help people at that time know that things were bigger than what, things were bigger than who they were as a human being. Was that basically? Yes. Okay. Okay. Interesting. All right. Should we be? Okay, number 13. Did you die for our sins? No. Did you die because people were afraid of you? No. Did you die for political reasons? Were you persecuted politically? Yes. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so then the follow-up to that was, if no, did you come to teach people? Oh, we already answered that. Oh, sorry. I actually flipped these two. Okay, so should we be worshiping Jesus? If no, should we be following the teachings? Okay, so is it your preference that we're following the teachings of Jesus? Okay, so yes, wide swing. Yes. But is it the teachings that are in the Bible? Like, I don't know what parts of the Bible. No. So the question is like, well, what are you going to be able to discern which teachings? Okay, so I don't know. This is where I don't know enough questions to ask you guys. So there might be some follow-ups, like as to which teachings would be. So do you want us to use discernment as to which teachings that we follow of yours? Yes. Okay. So the Bible needs, if you're reading the Bible, there needs to be discernment. Yes. Okay. If we are following the Bible today, would you recommend, because of the way humans have evolved, which is much different than 2,000 years ago, is that how you want us to use discernment, is based on how evolved we are today? Yes, wide swing. So there really needs to be an updated Jesus, that we need your updated teachings. Are you giving us your updated teachings through people basically who are now clairvoyant? And obviously we're, I'm not saying like someone like me, but people who have like the direct connection, or they've developed that direct connection. Is that where the teachings are coming from? Oh, okay, no. Okay. So do we need updated teachings from you? No. Okay. All right. So the teachings that you brought down in 2,000 years ago, or you were talking about 2,000 years ago. Wait. Yeah. So 2024 is after death, right? This is how little I know. I just haven't thought about it for a long time. All right. He knows what I'm talking about, so don't worry about it, you guys. I'm very confident in the work that I've done with the SGs, and when I talk to other spirits, that you got to know that they know They know what the intent, like what my intentions are. Would you say that's correct, Jesus? Okay. So basically the teachings, regardless of the timeline, if I got that timeline wrong, basically your teachings that you brought to earth then before you were crucified are the teachings you would recommend we follow today? All right. I gotta, that would be great. Are they simple? Yes. So yes and yes. All right. If anybody can leave me a little link of it, I mean, I suppose I could Google it, the teachings of Jesus, without it being that huge Bible. Okay, that's cool. All right, respect. Respect Jesus. I respect you. Big time. All right, so let's see. Number 14. Did Mary Magdalene go to France after your death and establish a sect there? Okay, let me just... So did Mary Magdalene go to France after your death? No. So did Mary Magdalene go somewhere else and establish a sect? Okay, so he was answering, yes, she's gone somewhere else, but no to the sect. Okay, number 15. Are there any of your descendants from your lineage still alive on earth at this time? No. Okay. That would be way more interesting if there was, right? So number 16. Are you and Buddha, as well as other ascended masters, the same? Are you all of one entity? No. Are you closely aligned together? Yes. So the ascended masters, do you collaborate? It's like the only word I could think of. Okay, well, that's cool. Okay, so you've got your work to do, right? Or quote unquote work to do. Okay. I really want to develop this ability to, I think I do. It depends on how much anxiety comes with it, if my nervous system can handle it. Because it might not. But I would love, yeah, it would just be interesting. And then you have to learn how to interpret what you're hearing and seeing, my understanding is. So it might be a be careful what you wish for type of moment. We'll see. I'll fill you in as I go along. Because it would be really interesting. I'm really interested now in the Ascended Masters and kind of like even what work they're doing now, Are there channels that you guys are speaking through the Ascended Masters? Okay, so channels on Earth. There's human beings on Earth that you guys are working with? Okay, so the answer was yes and yes. Okay, that's cool. If you guys know who any of the channelers are who are channeling any of the Ascended Masters, that would be amazing. I would like to, learn from them a little bit. Okay, so yes, he's really going to town here with the yeses. All right, let's see, number 17. Are there ascended masters on earth right now? Like your higher selves, have you come down to earth? Well, let me rephrase. Is your higher self on earth at all in a different spirit form? Or has your higher self split off at all? I don't know how to explain it. Or are you on earth? Is your higher self on earth at all? No. Okay. Will you come to earth again? No. Did you send Trump to be the next savior of humanity? No. I was traveling today and I saw a sign. I just can't even, you guys. I just can't. I just can't. It's like, God sent Trump. No. He didn't send Trump like he's Jesus. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is Karen's ego talking now. So did God send 45 to save the world? No, huge swing. Okay. But 45 is, sorry to bring this up, you guys. I know we're having like this really great moment with Jesus, but did 45, it's just that there people are saying that, I kind of want to know what Jesus has to say about that. Do you find that despicable? No. That doesn't surprise me that he doesn't find that despicable. Is 45 living out his soul contract? Yes. Okay. And so is he doing a good job living out his soul contract? Yes. Doesn't mean we have to like it. Okay. All right. We're going to talk about this because I want to do, I'm going to put it on the channel. I'm going to do a call out that says what questions you have about 45 soul contract. Because there's no doubt in my mind, because so many people are triggered by him and so many people are not, like the opposite. There's just such polarity around him that there's no doubt that his soul contract was to create this polarity. And so it's like it bringing up a lot of things in us, right? I mean, I'm a different person because of it over the last 7 weeks. A lot of people are in both ways. So in that case, I really want to do a session on his soul contract, And in fact, we should, even doing a session on Jesus's soul contract, I mean, we're getting to some of the things, but not really like the soul contract. Okay, all right. It's like, do you, okay, so let me just ask, because I did hear somebody I listened to somebody's YouTube talk today, and he said that he didn't believe that there were soul contracts, but I don't know like what his abilities are, but I think it was an opinion. Are there soul contracts? Do humans have soul contracts? So yes. Okay. All right. Let's see. So are there other ascended masters on Earth right now? No, okay, you're not answering. So are there any parts of ascended masters' higher selves that have come down for a different experience? They don't want to answer that. Is there a reason why you're not answering that? Maybe you're stuck. Are you stuck? Is there a reason why you're not answering that? Huh. Okay. So you prefer to not answer that question? So the answer was yes and yes. Okay. Well, then we shall let it go. Not sure why. All right. Let me just ask, is 45 an ascended master? Okay, no. Is 45's, it's just like an example, you guys, is 45's, is he a young soul? Like a young spirit? No. Okay. Has his soul been on earth many, many times? Yes. Has he been, is he learning is he evolving? Oh, yes. Okay, well, that's good. That's good. I mean, he is a spirit. Okay. All right. Try not to combine Jesus and 45 in too many conversations. But, again, when people leave those signs up, I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, how many? I think we only have one left. Number 18. Is there a Jesus-like person on earth at this time? Yes. Is that person, are there many Jesus-like people on earth at this time? Yes. And so the question is what do you mean by Jesus-like person, person? So then specifically it was, is there a Jesus-like person on earth in the USA? Yes. If yes, will he enter into our political scene in the near future? Oh, yes. Is this well, okay. So there multiple Jesus-like people in the USA's political. Okay, yes. Are these people going to be seen as whistleblowers? Yes. Okay. All right. I bet this is bringing up a gazillion more questions. It is for me. So I would love it. Let's do a part 3, you guys. Whenever you're ready. Whenever we have enough questions, we'll do a part 3. And if it's tomorrow night, I like doing them kind of boom, 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 but if we don't have enough questions, it just depends on how many people watch this sooner than later. So, all right. And then let's just say you're watching this 6 months from now, if we will still answer questions, you just need to put a question in. We'll still be monitoring the questions, and then we keep them on a list. And when we get enough, like 15, 20 questions, then I'll answer like the next round. Okay. So, all right. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks for your patience with my, not really understanding how to facilitate this particular conversation. I don't know, this is probably my most awkward one, I feel like, out of all the ones I've done so far, because I just don't have enough information. But let me know what you think. All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.